Power over Ethernet, or PoE, is an industry standard allowing electrical power to be passed together with data over Ethernet cable. But now we're also seeing the increasing use of the term PoC. How2AV compares PoE and PoC to find out how the two technologies differ. Welcome back to How2AV.tv, which today plays Spot the Difference between two very similar but importantly different technologies, PoE and PoC. The term PoE, or Power over Ethernet, you're more likely to be familiar with as an electrical standard in data and IP telephony systems. But now PoC, or Power over Cable, is the latest emerging phrase which at first glance appears to be pretty much the same thing. So let's clear up the confusion and find out how the two technologies differ. PoE, or Power over Ethernet, is an electrical industry standard which describes a system which allows electrical power to be sent simultaneously, transmitted with data signals over standard Ethernet cable. And this technology allows both power and data to be sent over the same single Cat5, 6 or 7 cable to devices such as VoIP telephones, IP cameras, IP door intercom devices. Therefore, not only is your Ethernet connection providing the data link to the device, but also the power for the connected device, avoiding the need for an external power supply to be provided at the device end of the system. Power over Ethernet is standardised by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, giving PoE what is known as an IEEE standard, and in order to achieve this standard, the PoE must adhere to specific voltage ranges between 37 and 57 volts. By standardising the voltage, it will absolutely ensure that any PoE device connected to the network receives a compatible power supply. Power over Cable works on very similar principles, providing power over Ethernet cable simultaneously with data signals. However, Power over Cable is non-standardised, and therefore the term PoC will be applied to proprietary systems and may provide much lower voltages, 5, 12, 24 volts for instance, or higher voltage, specifically to meet the power supply requirements of a particular product. For instance, using the example of a HDBaseT extender kit, which only requires an external power supply to the transmitter. It's going to provide power over cable to the receiver at the other end of the Ethernet cable, with a voltage level set to power this specific device, which, in this example, would typically only require 5 volts. So in conclusion, similar though they are, PoE, or Power over Ethernet, is an IEEE standard which ensures enough electrical power to power any generic device on the network. PoC, or Power over Cable, is applied to a proprietary system to meet the specific power requirements of that particular device or system only. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more AV advice where this came from How2AV.tv. So please make sure you join us by clicking on our YouTube channel subscribe button, and don't forget to leave us your feedback and even more questions for us to look at in the comments section below. Thanks very much.